Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but before that, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Packers, Steelers suddenly at the center of widespread trade speculation. The Green Bay Packers and Pittsburgh Steelers are going to try to use the 2025 offseason to improve their rosters from playoff contenders to Super Bowl contenders. Green Bay went 11-6 last season, but unfortunately ended their season on a 3-game losing streak. That included their wild card loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Steelers seem to be in a constant state of making the playoffs but not making any type of run after that. Since 2017, Pittsburgh has made the playoffs 5 times, but have recorded a single postseason win. According to Cody Williams of Fansided, if trade buzz in the NFL has taught us anything over the years, even as the league has become seemingly more open to big-name player movement, it's that nothing is guaranteed. So when NFL.com's Adam Rank suggested some high-profiled players who should be traded this offseason, you can only rule it out but so much while also not remotely taking it as a certainty. Yet, if you're a Packers fan, it's impossible not to dream on the possibility that Rank suggested for Green Bay, namely Gutekunst relieving the Pittsburgh Steelers of a revolving headache known more commonly as George Pickens. Rank noted the Steelers' innate ability to move on from mercurial receivers before there is too much trouble, but heavily suggested the Packers would be the ideal landing spot for Pickens and the team alike. Here's another young receiver who could fetch a nice price from a trading partner seeking a true number 1 pass-catching option. Right, Green Bay? Pickens has been inconsistent, but the Steelers have also trotted out a wide assortment of quarterbacks during his first 3 seasons in the NFL. Having him as the top target for, say, Jordan Love would be huge for Matt LaFleur's Packers offense. The Steelers also get a chance to avoid an uncomfortable conversation with Pickens when the 2022 second-round pick's contract is up at the end of the 2025 season. Depot After Dark, Burris Super Bowl ring, Flag Football Clinic, Cons Combine schedule. A Steelers Depot daily segment. A quick hit of some Pittsburgh Steelers-related stories that may not require a complete article, but nuggets worth mentioning and passing on to you guys. Former Pittsburgh Steelers W.R. Plaxico Burris Super Bowl ring is in the history books. It's also no longer Burris. As shared by Darren Rovell, Burris ring won with the New York Giants in their 17-14 Super Bowl 42 win over the previous undefeated New England Patriots sold for $280,600. Burris caught 2 passes for 27 yards and 1 touchdown in the win, though it was David Tyree's caught that stole the show. Burris was Kevin Colbert's first-ever draft pick, selected 8th overall by the Steelers in 2000. He played with Pittsburgh through the 2004 season before signing with the Giants in 2005. Flag Football Clinic Sunday, the Pittsburgh Steelers hosted a flag football coaches clinic at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex, the team's facility. The team's youth football account shared snapshots of the event, well attended by coaches in the area. The NFL has pushed to support flag football initiatives throughout the country and helped include it in the 2028 Summer Olympics held in Los Angeles. Pittsburgh is doing their part as flag football has grown in the region. Last September, high school girls flag football was officially sanctioned by the PIAA. Speaking schedule. The NFL has released the 2025 Combine speaking schedule for head coaches and general managers. Pittsburgh Steelers GM Omar Khan will speak at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. As has become expected, Mike Tomlin will not speak and is one of the few head coaches who won't make a public media appearance. But Tomlin is on the competition committee and often speaks during the owners' meetings in March. Here's the entire schedule. Steelers Depot will have Jonathan Heitritter, Joe Clark, and Ross McCorkle attending the Combine. Brian Billick led the Baltimore Ravens to their first Super Bowl, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers to their next trophy. But a year after finishing 13-3, his crew experienced a rash of injuries. On the other side, he lost his job and never coached again. But he still takes the occasional shot at the Steelers. The Ravens hired John Harbaugh after firing Billick, and the rest is history. It turns out the last thing Billick ever did with the Ravens was beat the Steelers, and he wishes he savored it more, in hindsight. That's a little anecdote he shared with Jon Gruden with Barstool recently. Talking about the Ravens' 13-3 2006 season, during which they lost to the eventual champion Colts, Brian Billick rattled off the list of key injuries they had that year, including some future Hall of Famers and multiple quarterbacks. NFL trade idea lands Steelers elite QB duo. The 2024 NFL season has come and gone, and teams are now prepping for the offseason, starting with free agency on March 10. The Pittsburgh Steelers are one of the teams to keep an eye on in the coming weeks. After ending their season on a 5-game losing streak and an early elimination in the playoffs, the Steelers now have a choice to make at the quarterback position. On one hand, they could go with Russell Wilson, who started the final 12 games of the season, making the Pro Bowl in the process. On the other hand, they could pick Justin Fields, who led the Steelers to a 4-2 record with Wilson out at the beginning of 2024. Both quarterbacks are free agents, and Pittsburgh is expected to have to choose one of them. But Bleacher Report's Mo Moton has a different solution for the Steelers. Over the weekend, Moton revealed some trade ideas that would shake up the NFL and suggested the Steelers acquire quarterback Matthew Stafford and wide receiver Cooper Kupp from the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for a 2025 second-round pick, a 2025 fourth-round pick and a 2025 fifth-round pick. The Steelers may be interested in a quick fix for their first-round exits over the last 5 years, Moton wrote. They have struggled to establish stability at quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger retired after the 2021 season. Pittsburgh also needs help at wide receiver. Stafford and Kupp would be short-term fixes, but they're worth the gamble for a playoff-caliber team. The Steelers can also add contract clauses to recoup money if Stafford retires within a year or two. The Rams have informed Kupp, who won MVP of Super Bowl 56, that he is available for trade this offseason, making him a realistic option for the Steelers. As for Stafford, Pittsburgh would get a proven Super Bowl-winning quarterback who is still playing at a high level at 37 years old. Kupp would provide the Steelers with a solid option next to George Pickens. Plus, the addition of him and Stafford would give Pittsburgh much-needed championship experience, which seems needed after 5 straight early postseason exits. And you fan? What do you think of Cooper Kupp's situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.